I'm a rolling stone, bound to roam. Come the morning, or I'll be gone. Pouring rain, wanna hear that train. There she comes, won't you get on?
Alright, let's get started. We first introduced ourselves. We're gonna do the mission, not a drill, which is ironic, because you see, second task we really need an oil drill. And of course, the last one is a heavy haul construction bigger semi-trailer, which is gonna be interesting for us, because, well, it's a big semi-trailer, and we're going off-roading with trucks and all these other things, which Codley leaves us a flip, roll upside down, and anything else in between there. So, let's head to the garage, go into our storage, see what we got. Alright, looks like we got a couple. We got the M&K Civilian, we got the Caterpillar, the Marauder. Some of these are mods. The Royal is not mod, the Western Star not mod, and the Twin Steer is also not a mod. But like that heavy duty dually you got there, that is a mod, but IX a mod, that a mod. But you know what? It's always fun to use mods sometimes, especially when they're somewhat realistic. So let's grab this truck. We got it. Perfect. We're gonna head down to the trailer store. We gotta get a certain trailer, a flatbed trailer, because this thing has 3 slots. In fact, we need 2 metal beams. We need 4 slots. So we could have probably taken the Twin Steer to make it easier for me. But you know, it is what it is, and I'm not really complaining to get this done. So let's go find a trailer. And looks like we have found a trailer for us. This flatbed trailer has 4 slots. We could have just put all of them on there. We'd just get a heavy duty like scout truck, which would have worked fine, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's still on the map somewhere. I can't remember. But we're gonna head down to the warehouse. We're gonna get some metal beams loaded up. Head down to the drilling site, which is an interesting way to get to. Some parts complicated, but not really sometimes. And now that we're here, we're gonna go load up the 2 metal beams we need from the truck or for the truck and put 1 on the trailer that we're hauling. Bricks, concrete blocks, service, metal beams. That's what we need. 4 slots. We can fit 2 on there. We're not going to because we can't. We got all loaded up. We're all ready to go. We gotta look where we're going because I don't know where I'm going. I'm not that smart. We're going to the drilling site. So that's gonna be interesting for us, especially because there's only really one really good way to get there. Or fast way to get there, I should say, because there's one complicated way which didn't make it too well. And also, as you can tell, this thing doesn't have the best turning radius, and I definitely didn't have to back up here. But you know, we're all good, so we head down, get out of the way, head to the drilling site, unload these metal beams, head off the road a little bit, because why not? And we're on our way. And now we made it, and this is the part where I meant that it gets a little bit sketchy going through here, because as you can see, the bridge I have not built yet. I probably should have built it. That would have been a good idea for us, or for me. That would have been a really good idea, but I'm not that smart inside the head, and you know what? I was like, screw it, do it. Why not? And what's the worst that would happen? We get stuck, we get another truck pulled out. So, as you can see here, I'm examining what I need to go through. That's just one heck of a bridge, isn't it? So we head down, we put it in high, see how far we can get in high. Get some engine damage there, as you can see. Going through the water. Water's not too bad in the game when it comes to currents. The only bad time when it comes to current is the Canadian map. I forgot what it's called, but the Canadian map's what gets it really well. We shifted down to low plus, put on diff lock to get crawl throughing kind of motion. Make it a bit easier for us. I probably could have kept it high, but I didn't want to risk getting stuck, especially in this thing, because this thing is heavy, and I know the trailer on the back of it makes it even heavier. So that was not something I wanted to do. And it's not really something I wanted to accomplish because I wanted this thing to not get stuck. That was my goal. I did not want this thing to get stuck. And just like that, we've made it. We are here at the point, which makes it perfect. We got these mel beams. Set this thing up. As you can see, that is a stage completed. We got part 1 done. We gotta go get the oil rig, or the oil rig drill, so we can head down to Smithville Dam, get that oil drill rig, which I don't know why I can't just get it here. But you know what? Makes it more fun and more of an adventure for us. We go in here. Caterpillar, no. Marauder, no. 2022 F-150, no. The Royal DM-17. I'm like, you know what? Let's get this. Go to engine. We don't got a max engine. Let's put a bigger engine in it. Perfect. Oh, wait. We already got an engine in it. I'm not so smart, so it takes me a while just to get these right. There we go. Or no, that's not what I wanted to do. Or no, it is what I wanted to do. Oh, no. We get raised suspension, of course. We get some all-terrains because I'm not high enough level to on-road the unlock. Unlock the off-road tires, which is kind of a sucky thing, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm not complaining, as long as I'm not with those highway tires which suck in the mud, and I've been better with the mud, because got a wedge cap snorkel, no crane, get the saddle low on there, because I know what trailer I'm going to pick. Perfect saddle low, no bumper accessories, and we're good to go. Leave the garage. It's currently nighttime. Probably going to see where we're going. Beacons are turned on. We're ready to get that trailer. Then we go to the trailer store. We get our trailer. The trailer we're going to be doing is a lowboy sideboard trailer. That one right there. Sideboard semi-trailer. We're a bit too high for it, but you know what? I got the sideboard trailer instead of the actual flatbed, because I was like, you know what? I don't want to end up tipping this thing, which probably most likely could happen to me. And so I was like, yeah, I need some sideboards to keep me from falling off. But we need to head over to Smithville Dam, and as you can tell, it's a long drive. But I know where to go. I've done this too many times on my own, and in general. Head through here. I thought this mode was going to be a little bit more difficult where I am right now, but it was like nothing. It handled it great. And we've made it to the tunnel to go to Smithville Dam. As you can see, the White Western Star. And that is where I got the White Western Star. The dam behind it, which is super cool. This is the best screenshot. I probably should have gotten a screenshot for this video on this. That would have been cool, but you know what? I don't have the off-road tires, and it would have been a lot of time for me to do first of all. So. Just like that, we're here to Smithville Dam. Everybody welcome. I present to you Smithville Dam. Well, you might be asking questions like, why do they call it Smithville Dam? Well, first of all, if you were wondering that question, it's probably because this is in Smithville, Michigan, which I doubt that's a place. You can go search it up. Don't quote me on that. And also because there's a huge dam here, and it's pretty cool looking. So, and as we gotta load up this oil rig drill. I'm never gonna get that name right. My apologies. Vehicle spare parts, oil rig drill. 5 slots. This thing is 5 slots. When I first started this game, I did not think that thing was 5 slots. I thought I could fit that thing on a twin steer. But no. I can fit that thing on a 5-slot trailer only. I thought I could fit it on a twin steer, which was not the case, which ended me a couple of speed runs. Well, not speed runs, but a couple of campaigns. I had to redo it, which sucked. And it took a long time, but it is what it is anyways. Travel back to Black River. I'll see you guys there. Black River, Michigan, USA. Just see, I stop here, turn on my truck, make sure to activate those beacons. Because beacons, I like the beacons on my trucks. It doesn't necessarily blind me, but it makes me feel like I'm important to be on the road, you know? I don't know if you played SnowRunner or got that feeling, but I love that feeling, and I want to be like, hey, move out of my way. Even though there's nobody else on this road, or any other traffic in this game, but you know what? It makes it fun. Switching over to the trailer cam, you can see the oil rig drill and how just massive that thing is, and also how thankful I am for the fact that there is no just manual loading. There is also automatic loading. But since this is a new game plus map, we have to pay for fuel, which is kind of sucks, but I can get through with it, and it's nothing too major for me. Almost lost control there a little bit. Nothing too major. We stop, got the map open, see where we need to go. I was like, you know what? I could go that way, but I didn't know that there's going to be some consequences because the Royal BM17 does not have diff lock in low or normal. And also the fact I don't have off-road tires, I have all-terrain tires, which are average in the mud. And I was like, you know what, if anything, I'm probably going to have to get the truck that's already at the drilling site, come over here and tow it out, which would be the worst case scenario. I was like, you know what, I'm already aware of that. I'm going to send it, see what I can do. If I can get through this thing with at least half a tank of fuel, I will be awesome. But things turned out in a different way. As you can see here, we started, I'm like, oh, go a little plus. And that was the moment I realized I didn't have diff lock. And I was like, well, this can make it so much harder, isn't it? And I ended up getting stuck. No winch attachments. It sucked. I was stuck there. I was like, you know what do I do now? And I really only had one choice. And that one choice was the heavy duty truck. And I first thought that putting in low plus, low minus might work. But low minus, of course, didn't work. Because, well, it kind of did work. And moving very slowly. I'm not going to move that slow because if I didn't move that slow, this video would be like 5 hours long. So, I just turned off the engine. Kept the lights on because killed the battery because the battery's fine. Sure. Yeah, I probably should have turned off the lights there, but nothing too major. And then we switched over to the M809 and it was just the moment where I was like, you know what? Might as well pull it out and get it done with. Get it here to finish stage 2. Took the shortcut through the swamp. Wasn't too bad. This thing is a beast, I realized, especially when it does no weight on it, which made it a lot easier. And also I was really confident pulling this thing out because I knew almost certainly that this thing would be able to easily pull out the Royal BM17. And first of all, when I first started pulling, I pulled with the engine off on the Royal BM17, which made it about 5,000 times harder for me to pull it out. And I finally realized, oh, engine's not on. I should probably turn that on maybe to make my life easier, which made my life easier, which helped a lot. So that worked well. I'm happy with that. I got the oil rig drill. We'll let you guys watch how much of a beast this truck really is. And as you can see, as we start to get closer and closer to the drilling site, it starts to get lighter and lighter day out, because that just means we have completed day number 1, which has been miraculously a pain in the you-know-what, because this has been an amazing adventure so far. We're not even finished stage 2 yet, but this is just amazing adventure. We have already got a semi-truck stuck, which made everything great. Had to get it unstuck with this big truck right here. I forgot what it's called. I'm never gonna remember the name of this thing. Called the M8092. Yep, never gonna come up with the name for that. As you can see, as we slowly pull it into the yellow dotted zone, it's in. Put the parking brake on. Turn the engine off. Change truck. And that is stage 2. Stage 2 has been completed. I tried to move the Road BM17 out of the way. As you can see, it has some troubles in the mud. Some off-road tires would probably help a lot, because that's definitely not supposed to happen. And 2 things I want on this truck are diff lock, first of all, 100%, and also some mud tires. Mud tires would be great, but you know what? I can't get everything. So we're going to head over to the Mac-R. This Mac-R is a mod. You can find it on the in-game mod browser. I don't know if it's for consoles. It might be. I don't know. Check with, you can find it, Mac-R. You should be able to find it, but I don't know. Anyways, we head down here. We are producing a lot of smoke with this tiny truck, but this big trailer. And I definitely didn't hit a tree right there. You can ignore that and pass part of this video. Anyways, we're just cruising. I'm like, you know what? I don't know where I'm going. So I gotta find this path. Then I realized that this is going to be a lot longer than I thought it was. It was about here when I realized, is this how long this is going to take? Is this really what I'm going to take this long of a journey? Why am I taking this long of a journey? I don't know. I didn't know at the time. I especially don't know now, but I was thinking of something and I realized this is gonna be a lot of time. And I was like, you know what? Screw it, I'm doing it. It's like, what other better way is there to go? And as you can see, that is a nightmare to look at. And I start heading down here, and I see this turn, and I remember this turn came from. This is the turn I took with the M8092, and I took that thing down to the drilling site, across that wooden bridge that wasn't built yet. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this whole waypoint thing. I'm gonna get rid of it, and I'm gonna take the sketchy route, which I remember this first route. I took it a lot, multiple times. The first time I took it with my main campaign when the first game released, like before any of the phases came out, I had the Pacific P16, and I took this thing down here with that thing. Oh yeah, I was dead. Also, the fact I was in trailer view didn't help here, especially the fact that I fell off the edge, and I was pretty much bottomed out with this tiny truck and this huge generator on the back. Luckily, I had all-wheel drive, though, because something tells me if I didn't have at least front-wheel drive, I wouldn't be making it out of this, because most of this, as you can see right here, is mostly just my front wheels doing the work, and the winch. But then I finally get it just barely. I was like yelling right here, like, yeah, let's go! But yeah, finally got out of the death hole. We can make it now, finally, to the sketchy part, which I didn't like the most, especially since the part that you need definitely a small truck to make it through here, because it's not exactly big trailer friendly, especially with that thing hanging off the side there, the generator trailer. Like stepway. It's kind of annoying, but what else am I gonna do? And this is the sketchy part I never liked, is because you have to drag it across those trees, and usually not a lot of people make it past that part. But I was lucky to have a small truck, and I made it past the trees, but I ended up hitting this big tree, which really made that bumper come in useful. And then this is the part where I was like, definitely gonna bottom it out here. Give it some speed. But that didn't happen. And I bottomed it out. But, what I said earlier, all-wheel drive really helps. Especially in these type of situations. And then this is the part I really didn't want to go through, was the bridge. Because the bridge, like I mentioned before, hasn't been built. We have to go through it with this tiny truck. Doesn't exactly have the world's biggest tires. But I was like, you know what? Screw it. Why not? I got nothing else better. So, that's exactly what I did. But, I got bottomed out. Again. Amazingly. And believe it or not, I actually got out of it again, because I'm the master of getting out of all these things. As you can see, I accidentally nosedived a little bit too far, which I ended up hitting a tree that was in the ground, and it kind of hurt a little bit. But I was an automatic at this time, and I was like, holy crap, this thing's doing really good. I did not expect this tiny little Mack truck to be doing that good in that much of deep water and mud with those tires and that trailer. Especially since I don't think this thing's really meant for heavy haul trailers like that. But I was impressed, I was happy, and I took it far enough. As you can see, we have made it, finally. All we need to do is just make it in the dotted yellow circle, and we will be fine with stage 3 and a nice paycheck as well. And that has been stage 3. We've been promoted. That is the first site been constructed. That has been it. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys all again next time. Bye-bye.